Hello and welcome back to the DBTalks Football Podcast. This is episode 3 where we dive deep into FC Barcelona's recent 3-1 victory over Elche in La Liga. After last weekend's tough loss to Madrid in the El Clasico, Barcelona seemed to bounce back impressively, but today we're going to break down how the match unfolded and what this means for the team moving forward.
Coming back from the loss against Madrid, this game seemed very important as not only coming back from a loss, but also Barcelona was dealing with many injuries and situations off the pitch. So this seemed like a more of a statement win from Barcelona. And in this game, we were able to see how how the players performed, how the team would work. With the Pedri injury that we covered last video, how would Barcelona play without Pedri, and just how the attack would do and how the defense was. And we like kind of got a lot of information from this game on how Barcelona performed, and we'll see. This will also be like a way to see how they'll perform in the future. So yeah, we'll talk about what we thought of Barcelona's performance and all the players.
Yeah, so to start off the game, Barcelona set the tone really early, and because really early in the game we had a lot of chances, and just in the ninth minute, Lamine Yamal opened the scoring after with a confident left foot shot inside the box, and this was assisted by Balde, who had a great run into the box. It was almost like one of his trademark runs that Balde always does down the left flank, and it's almost similar to Nuno Mendes, where they both kind of just run down the flank and then almost cause a lot of trouble to the opponent's defenses. So yeah, great run from Balde, and he found a great pass to Yamal. Yamal just took a touch, cut in, and then great finish into the goal. And this was Yamal's first La Liga goal since for a long time, right? So it's a good boost for him as he's been recovering from the injury and the recent news around him. So, and then again, really quickly, not long after the 11th minute, Ferran Torres doubled the lead after a defensive error by Elche. And this was after Fermin basically crossed the ball to Torres, and then he had an easy tap in to score. And this early double lead, or this early two early goals, gave Barca a good lead and the momentum that they needed after the recent defeat in the El Clasico.
Yeah, you mentioned Balde's assist versus Lamine Yamal. I think that was a very good play on his part. We've seen how good Balde could be, um, like offensively, where he has like that pace and the good dribbling ability to just breeze past defenders and put in a dangerous cross on the box. And so that happened today. And yeah, Lamine had a very good finish and he scored a goal, which is definitely very important. It'll definitely be very good for his confidence and his form, especially going into the UCL game. Especially with like a lot of the news and like kind of like hate around him. Like a lot of people make fun of him. So scoring that definitely helps him, get that momentum to do better in the next games and to continue having a very good form. And then we also talked about the Fermin assist to Ferran. Fermin had a very good game today, I think. Fermin is definitely looking like a very dangerous attacker for Barcelona. And he had two assists today. He also assisted the Rashford goal from a very good pass. So yeah, Fermin's definitely a very dangerous threat, and he's very helpful for Barcelona, where he's very good at shooting. So he's always like looking for a goal, still making shots, and he's a very good playmaker. So he's definitely having like a very good season so far.
Yeah, and for me, I just feel he's really good. His runs, as we mentioned before, he's a great attacking threat. But yeah, just recently, I feel like he's been really creative. I just feel he's been a bit selfish and a bit lackluster on goal. Not to say he's been bad, but like, I just feel sometimes he can either pass the ball or maybe even take a better shot. I think some of his shots are a bit weak. But yeah, that's just a thing that for me can slightly improve on. But yeah, he's still really good for our attacking threat. But yeah, moving on. After those two early goals, it just seemed like Barca were kind of settling in, kind of calming down. And then just before the halftime whistle blew, Elche had a big chance. And again, we just see Barca's big issues in defense. It just seemed that, again, whenever they can play a ball through past the high line, it's just a really easy chance for either of their attackers to score. So yeah, they played a good ball behind the back, and then Rafa Mir, big La Liga striker, he took a good shot. Personally, I wouldn't blame it on Araujo as much. I just felt he had to kind of stay back because there was a crossing opportunity. But yeah, it was a great finish from Rafa Mir, and then Chesney could not save it. But yeah, Elche did not just go down. They kept attacking us, and then they got their goal before halftime. And yeah, it was a great goal. I guess this kept Elche's hopes alive because it felt like throughout the game they were almost always in there, even though they were 2 goals down. But this goal kind of gave them the hope they needed.
Yeah, that Elche goal, you can't really blame Araujo too much because he can't just like attack right there because he could pass the ball. And then it was kind of like like a very quick shot released by Rafa Mir, and it was very good placement to get the goal. So can't really blame on the defense too much there, I think. But yeah, I definitely gave Elche some hope on like trying to recover the game to maybe come up with a draw or even a win. So they wanted to like have that spirit before going to the second half. But then we saw in the second half that they were very close to all the scoring many times, but Barcelona were able to get a goal and kind of control the game more. But Elche were definitely very scary. We also see Barcelona player on loan, Hector Ford, come on at the 70th minute, and he definitely looked very scary. He had some very good passing opportunities. He did one Travella, which I believe was offside or barely offside, but they didn't score that opportunity. So yeah, he was definitely a great threat. Maybe wanted to prove himself more against Barcelona to Hansi Flick on like why he deserves to be considered as like a part of the first team basically. So yeah, I mean Hector Ford, he was definitely very dangerous, and I mean personally, I don't think he would start at Barcelona, and I don't think he would be a second choice as a left back or right back either. I think I feel more comfortable with Jordan Martin left back and Eric Garcia right back, but who knows? Hector Ford is still pretty good.
Yeah, just overall moving on to the second half. I guess again, Elche were only 1-0 down, so they were trying to go for their second goal. But and they had that chance where they hit the crossbar. So yeah, again, really close for them. But then moving on to like the 60th minute, Rashford basically had a great goal. So it just started with a great pass to Fermin, who again had a great game. I feel he had a wonderful crossover to Marcus Rashford, and then again Rashford. I like when he takes on his man because we know how good of a dribbler he is, and then he just basically went past his man and a great weak foot finish off the crossbar and in. And then basically Rashford this game again, like for me, he's been really good attacking wise, but I feel he's been a bit wasteful when he had his chances. But yeah, this strike was really good, really clinical, and it was a great goal for him and Barca. But yeah, this goal again restored the 2 goal lead for Barca, and it just showcased the potential importance that Marcus Rashford has to Barcelona and their attack this season.
Yeah, Rashford's definitely been. I mean, if you look at his goal contributions, he's been Barcelona's best attacker. Even though Rafinha has been injured and Lamine was injured for a bit, Rashford's definitely been very clutch and important with Barcelona getting goals, and he helped with like assisting as well. So yeah, he's definitely been very good. I think his loan spell so far has been very good, more than any Barcelona fan can ask for. And yeah, it's very nice seeing him do well. And I mean, if we look at back at like the summer where people are debating on like, should Barcelona get Nico Williams or is Rashford good? I mean, I guess Rashford's been good enough to like prove that like yeah, he was the right choice. And he's definitely been very helpful. And his dribbling's very good. And there are chances where I think he could do a bit better, dribbling wise, even like finishing. But all that can like easily improve as the season goes on. That can be changed. So hopefully Rashford continues to do well for Barcelona and continues getting more goals and assists.
But yeah, after that Rashford goal, again, Elche were still trying to attack Barcelona head on. And again, they had another chance in like around the 70th minute where Rafa Mir again had a chance. He hits the post, and this guy could have scored a hat trick today, but unlucky for him. But again, it just highlights Barcelona's defensive issues and how we can't seem to just close down our defense and keep it secure for a whole entire game. But yeah, after that, after those couple chances, it just seemed like the game was slowly fading out. We had a couple of substitutes, including Dani Olmo, Jared Martin, and Lewa. Joe came on later in the game, and then also Rooney Bargi. I just felt like as the game progressed, it just felt like nothing too much was happening, and then yeah, nothing untoward happened. But yeah, mentioning some major points on players on how they performed. My top three players for this game would probably be Balde, Rashford, and maybe Firmino or Yamal. I think they were really good. I think for Yamal, this was a great game, especially after his recent form and performances. I think he started off really good, but as the game progressed, he kind of started fading away again, which I felt he needs to kind of improve on for the future games. But I think he's just recovering his form, which is good. But again, today he did well. He stayed up more, about like up the field more. And as we mentioned in the last video where he's doing bad, he kind of went too deep. But today there was a change in that, so I felt he was good. And yeah, again, yeah, Balde was really good today. And I think when Lewa came on, it just showed that we need a proper striker in there. I think Ferran was okay today. He again missed a big chance in front of goal. I think he could have been a bit better.
Yeah, I think another important thing to mention about the players is the midfield. Again, as we mentioned before, like the Pedri injury is like a big loss for Barcelona. He's like been very important for Barcelona, and then we saw today Casado taking on like that position for Pedri. He was filling in for Pedri, and I think Casado and Young were pretty good today. I think it was solid, and that's all you want from midfield. You want a midfield to be stable, and I think they did that. And and I think that Young like very good enough where he can he can like kind of be like uh kind of like Pedri where he can take the ball anytime and like just do something with it. So I think that's very important. And then you also pair that with Casado's intensity and how good he is with like tackling and just winning the ball. That's like very important. So hopefully we see more of Casado doing well as Pedri recovers. Hopefully Pedri recovers very soon. Maybe before the Chelsea game, who knows? And yeah, they hopefully Young has also been very good. He's been in good form, so I think that's also something. And yeah, I think the team overall was very good. I think Baldy was actually like amazing today. He's very good offensively and he made some good tackles as well defensively. And for me, I think I'd probably give for me maybe like man of the match for Barcelona. I'm not too sure. I just think for me was very important with the goals that Barcelona scored, and I think the goal that Barcelona scored. One important thing is the pressing that Barcelona has. That's how Barcelona scored the first two goals, where Barcelona put on like a very intense press on Elche, where they got the ball back and got in a dangerous position where you can counter very quickly with Elche not having too many defenders, and that was the key for Barcelona to really get those goals. So this first second goal, Firmino was very good at pressing, and he was able to get the ball, drive with it, give an easy pass to Fran with an easy finish. So yeah, that was very important.
Yeah, overall this game I felt like Flick handled it well. Yeah, as we have still a lot of injuries in the squad. I think he had a good lineup today for Elche, and then his tactics were seemingly good. I think they worked out today. But yeah, I think he still has to figure out how this defense can cope with the opponent's pressing and attacking, as it still feels weak. But overall, this game was good for Barca, and it'll be crucial as La Liga keeps progressing. So but yeah, this win moves Barcelona to second place in the league, so only 5 points behind Real Madrid. And it is really important right now to close the gap as much as possible because, as we saw yesterday, Real Madrid's game, they won by, I think, 4-0, and they had a really solid performance. So yeah, I don't think Madrid are going to drop many points this season. So it's essential for Barcelona to win as many games as they can and try to close on the gap as soon as possible. But yeah, with the Champions League fixtures coming up, this momentum for Barca will be key. And yeah, any other thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, the league is definitely very important, though. I mean, if I think Barcelona should prioritize the Champions League just a little bit, even though I think they should try to win every competition. I think the UCL is a bit more important, but Barcelona should definitely try to not drop points in La Liga because who knows, a Madrid loss can just close the gap, and we saw last season when Madrid was up like 10 points in January, they still didn't win the league title, so it's never really over. Barcelona should need to fight hard every game and just get wins, play good football. I think playing good football is what's more important because that leads to more consistency. because last season Barcelona had wins in La Liga that weren't too convincing, which is actual. But I think what's more important is Barcelona just play good football and get the wins, and hopefully that translates to every competition as well as the UCL, the Copa del Rey, and Super Cup. So yeah, that would be important. This UCL game is very important as well. Hopefully Barcelona get the win and try to get top eight so that they don't have to play extra fixtures. Just have that security in the UCL. So yeah.
Really quickly, we're gonna do some player ratings for today, for the Barca game. So we'll start in goalkeeper Chesney. I think Chesney was decent today. I'd give him like a 7.5 today.
The stretchy was good. I'd probably give him like a 7.7. I think he was okay.
Yeah, okay. Kunde. Oh yeah, another major point. Kunde. It just feels like he's still lost in his form. He just doesn't seem as solid as he was last season. Last season, I considered him Mr. Consistent, but this season, these first opening games, he just seemed as like it's not good at that level anymore. He was decent today. I'd give him like a 6.8 today.
Yeah, people like I don't know, Kuna's actually a target for like people say he hasn't been performing as well. I mean, I mean, he's okay. Like, I feel like we could get more out of Kunde. I think Kunde could be better. So, like today, I wouldn't give him 12 rating. I just give him like a 6.8 as well. I think.
Okay. Yeah, both center backs, I'd say Araujo and Eric Garcia were pretty decent today. I didn't think they had to do too much, but yeah, again, with the Rafa Mir chances, I think they could have done a bit better. I give Araujo like a 7.2 and Eric Garcia like a 7.4.
I give both of them like just a 7. I mean, I don't know. I think with Barcelona's defense, I don't know. It just seems way too inconsistent, and Barcelona keep on conceding goals. So yeah, I think it needs to be better, and I think the center backs can be involved more. So yeah, just for now, it's 7 for both.
Okay, moving on to Balde. I think he had a really good game as we mentioned. I'd give him like an 8.2.
Yeah, Balde, definitely a big threat. I give him like an 8.2 as well, actually.
Yeah, okay. Casado, I think he was okay today. He had some good tackles and some good passes. I give him like a 6.7. He wasn't too crazy today.
I gave him a like bit higher rating because he has to fulfill some big shoes. So and yeah, he has to like become a starter again. So yeah, I give him like a 7.3 for now.
Okay. And then Frankie De Jong, I think he was really, really good today. It just shows how class he is. And then even without Pedri, he seems to be able to control our tempo and our progressive passes in this game. So I give Frankie De Jong like a 8.0 on the dot.
Yeah, Jonathan is very good. Thankfully, he signed an extension, so he'll be very important for Barcelona in the next couple seasons. I'll give him like a 7.9.
Okay. And then moving on to our attack, Fermin, I think he had a really, really good game. He had some chances where he could have done a bit better, but he had two great assists. I give Fermin like a 8.6 today.
Yeah, Furin is a very good game today. 2 assists. I give him like 8.5.
Okay, and then our wingers, Rashford and Lamine. For Lamine, I think his start of the game was really, really good, really energetic. I think he did fade out near the end though, and he just wasn't getting as involved. But yeah, I would give Lamine 7.6, and then Rashford. I think he was a bit more involved. He had a good, really good goal. I give Rashford like a 7.9.
Yeah, I think if Lamine kept that energy in the first few minutes throughout the whole game, I think not only will Barcelona win by a lot more, but Lamine will just look a lot more better and have a much more better performance. But for now, I'll give like an 8.3. And Rashford, yeah, Rashford is also good, a bit inconsistent sometimes. I think he could do better sometimes. Like if they keep like his high peak throughout the whole game, Barcelona would also be like creating a lot more chances and scoring a lot more. So yeah, I get Rashford for now like an 8.2.
Okay, and then last player, Ferran Torres. I think he was decent today. His movement was good in the attacking areas. He did miss that one big chance though, but he had a good goal. I'd give him like a 7.8.
Yeah, I am Stephanie as well. I think he could have done more.
And then our subs, I think they were all decent today. Daniel Olmo was okay. He had a couple chances he created. Lewa, I feel he was okay. Jared Martin, I think he had actually a couple good tackles, and then Joe and Rooney, I don't think they had enough time to make a proper impact on the game.
there's not much you really ask for like these subs in like this game. They put their shift in, so I think that's what matters the most. So yeah, I think overall like they're okay. It's good enough for now.
Yeah. Okay. So overall, to wrap this podcast up, Barcelona did show a good recovery after the El Clasico setback, and the blend of youthful energy between like Yamal and Balde, I think are shining lights today. And the experience from players like Rashford and Lewandowski's gradual return, I think they were really good today. And I think we can be optimistic about our upcoming fixtures, including the Champions League against, I think, Club Bruges, and our future games in La Liga. So yeah, any other thoughts?
Yeah, so slowly Barcelona recovering their injured players, so I think that's very important. Hopefully we see Pedri, Rafinha come soon. João Garcia is also supposed to be back soon, so that's something to look forward to. Hopefully Gavi comes back from old injured players so that Barcelona can have a strong squad to half of the second half of the season, which is probably the more important part of the season. So for now, Barcelona just need to find ways to improve every part of their tactics, like especially the defense. I think the defense is something that needs to be um changed, like just improved on significantly, just so that Barcelona can see less goals, especially in the more important games. And so yeah, Barcelona I think we're very pretty good today. And the UCL is definitely gonna be an important game to see how Barcelona do that competition. Yeah, this wraps up the third episode talking about the Barcelona Elche game, and hopefully next episode we'll be talking about UCL, the UCL game week, covering Barcelona's game and also a lot of the other fixtures. There's some very big fixtures, so we'll be covering that. Maybe do some predictions and just our thoughts on what might happen.
Yep. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.